So as a kid, I was taught to recycle and throw trash away and put it out to the curb, but I never really knew the process and what really goes into recycling plastics and other materials that go into the recycling bin. So hopefully today I can inform you guys about what goes into making plastics and how to recycle it correctly and what is safe and not safe plastics. So referring to ecocycle.org, there are 7 different types of plastics that are safe and not safe. So I'm going to show you what type 1 is. So type 1 is referred to polyethylene plastic. So it's a common plastic in bottles and in containers. So like for cranberry juice, those plastic jugs are going to be that type 1 plastic. And that type 1 plastic is actually one of the most recyclable plastics that they have. And type 2 plastic is like sports bottles and safety helmets. You can see on the inside the type 2. So these ones are more dense a version of that it's a high density polyethylene plastic. It also has, like, for strong chemicals, you want to use that kind of plastic so it doesn't seep through or deteriorate it. And that one is also a safe plastic for like your kitchenware. It's reusable, which is nice, so yet you don't have to keep on buying another set of plastic stuff that would ruin in like the dishwasher, or if you try to microwave something like the Tupperware. And another thing that is a type 2 is plastic bags. Well, some grocery bags, but most grocery bags are not recyclable. So like the Walmart bags, these ones are non-recyclable. You have to take them back to Walmart or to another grocery store and just reuse them as bags. You can't really take them. A lot of people don't accept them as recyclable goods. A type 3 plastic you should really avoid because it's not that healthy for you after reusing it a certain amount of times. It's one of the most damaging for you. It's called leaching. So type 3 are bubble wrap and plastic wrap and stuff like that. So if you're wrapping your foods, you don't want to microwave it in that, because then that chemical gets into your food and then it gets into your body and starts damaging it. Type 4 and type 5 plastics are like plastic containers. Some of these are not microwavable, but they are dishwasher safe. So like the type 5 plastic and the type 4 plastic would be like those restaurant bottles that have the ketchup and mayo. Those ones, the squeezy bottles, are going to be a type 4 plastic. And that's it's a low density polyethylene and a polypropylene for a type 5. So it'd be a 5 with a double P on it for propylene. And then type 6 plastic, you have 2 actually. It's the safe version. It's like the plastic cups, like the Red Solo cups. Those ones are a safe version of the type 6 plastic. But the non-safe version is going to be the styrofoam. So styrofoam is actually not recyclable, and it is very damaging to the environment. So like for cooling stuff and in like kayaks and canoes, it helps the kayaks and canoes stay above water so it doesn't flip over or sink. And then type 7 is everything that's not included into those types. So type 7s are usually a polylactic acid, and it's safe, but it's not reusable. And their other one is it's a plant-based, so it's biodegradable and compostable, but it's not recyclable. So you have to be careful for those ones. And then polycarbonate plastic is number 7 as well. And those ones are like the casing to your TVs and stuff like that. That doesn't actually get melted down into anything. It just gets incinerated. So the significance of the numbers, each number is corresponding to how recyclable it is. So it's like golf rules. So the lowest number is better than the higher numbers. So 1 and 2 are more recyclable than the 7 and 6s. So usually 7 and 6s are not recyclable. as well as like some of the 5s, like straws. Straws are actually type 5, which are recyclable, but a lot of people don't take them because they're so small and it wouldn't make so much of a difference. Stuff that shouldn't be recycled are batteries. Batteries shouldn't be recycled. You have to take those to a special facility. And the Walmart bags, straws, should not be recycled because they're so small, and that's how stuff gets like clogged up in the systems. As well as when you are recycling, you have to take the paper labels off of stuff so that it doesn't get put into the paper section and get burnt. So leaching, according to National Geographic, leaching, it actually is a when the plastic deteriorates and it disrupts hormonal growth if that gets into your body. So you have to stay away from 3s and 6s because those are the most prone to leaching. Now we can talk about the sorting and how companies get done with all the sorting and different methods to recycle plastics. So for sorting, they actually see the number on the item, and if it doesn't have a number, it goes with 7s, and all the other ones have numbers or the letters that stand for what they're made out of. So those actually, the 1 through 5, most of them get remolded into stuff like benches or the carpets, like the bottom of the carpets, so that it doesn't, because after a while the plastic will deteriorate and it'll be a lesser version of that first initial plastic. And they also say that there's 2 different types of plastic. So it's thermoset and thermoplastics. So thermoset plastics are plastics that don't actually break down if you heat them up. So it'd be like those TV covers and items like that wouldn't necessarily be taken to be recycled. They'd be incinerated or in landfills. But thermoplastics are plastics that you can remold into different items. So like those pencils that say that they're recycled, those ones would be like a thermoplastic. One of the other methods other than sorting would be, according to the NCBI, they dehydrate some of the plastics and take out ethanol from it, and that creates a natural gas. So they're reusing the plastics to make natural gas and to renew the resource. But that is only in some parts of Germany that they are doing that. So, and then like I mentioned earlier, all the stuff that can't be recycled gets put into landfills or incinerators. So hopefully you gain more information about plastic and recycling and how that all gets recycled and where it gets put.